Hello, Helen here. Thanks for joining me today. Today's card, I'm going to be starting off with a card base that's 5 by 7 inches and another front panel that's exactly the same size. And I'm just going to be working on the front panel to start with. I'm going to be doing a one layered card. I'm going to start off by masking a circle area using some of this Inkadinkado stamping masking paper. I've cut a circle out with a circle die, and I'm going to just stick that on my front panel, roughly where I want the circle to be. And then I'm going to start doing stamping using this Peony Bouquet Altenew stamp set. I haven't used it in a little while, so I thought I'd drag it out. I'm using Altenew Crisp Ink cube sets for this. I'm using, I think it's called Glacial Caves, which is the blue set. I'm using Greenfields, which is a green set, and Shades of Purple, the mauve set. I'm going to use my Misty for this. It's definitely easier lining up the different layers for these stamps with the Misty. I'm going to start off doing the outline stamp first with jet black ink, and then I'm going to do the other layers starting from the base layer, which is Caribbean Sky, and then I'm using Persian Blue and Sapphire for the other two layers. All the way through the stamping, I'm just making sure when I'm stamping up to the edge of the masked part that I'm pushing the stamp down and getting as much of the stamping close to the edge of the circle as I can. Otherwise you end up getting quite a white line around the outside and not a neat edge. And I'm also going to be doing that later when I do the masking the flowers to do the leaves. Once I'd finished all the layers for the main bloom, I've used one of the smaller flowers out of the set, and I've used Lavender Fields as the base colour. I've used Midnight Violet as the medium shade, and then I've ended up going back and using Sapphire, which was my darker shade, for the bigger bloom, just for this one as well, just to tie the two flowers together. I then go back and do the green part of the flower with frayed leaf and forest green inks, and I'm also going to use both of those colours for when I come to do the leaves. I've also made some masks with the masking paper, just using the outline stamp for both flowers that I've used. So I've cut out one for the main bloom and two for the smaller flowers, and then I'm going to stamp the leaves, curving them around the outside of the circle shape just so that it looks like they're overhanging when I peel the masking off. It also helps make the whole image look circular. Once I've got all the layers for my biggest leaf stamp done, I'm going back with one of the other leaf sets out of the stamp set, and I'm going to just fill in some of the gaps with the 2 layers of that one. When you've been doing masking and you've done all your stamping, it just looks such a hot mess, but when you do your reveal or you peel off the masks, all your hard work is paid off and it just looks fabulous. And now I'm going to peel off the main mask, and yippee, it worked. Looks fabulous. I'm now going to draw a line with my T ruler, just where I want the bottom of my mother's sentiment to be, and I'm also marking the central point of that, just so that I know where I'm going to be putting my middle letter. Now I'm going to be using this Altenew Alpha set, and I'm also going to use this other Altenew set called Birthday Greetings, just for the happy birthday part of it. I'm actually doing a Mother's Day sentiment, so I'm going to do the mothers with the Alpha set, and then I'm going to just use happy out of happy birthday and the day at the end of the birthday, which I'll do some masking to do that. The calligraphy Alpha set is actually really easy to use. I get out all the letters that I want to use, and then it's just a matter of doing the middle letter and then working my way from both sides of that. So I'm going to do the E, R, and then leave a gap, which I'm going to draw in an apostrophe because the set doesn't come with an apostrophe, and then the S. The letters you can just link up just by overlapping them very slightly, and then once I've done that, I'll work my way back to the T, the O, and the M, and then I've got mothers. There's just a little wee bit on the top of the M that didn't stamp very well, so I'm just using a Pilot black ink pen just to touch that up, and a little bit on the E, and then I'm going to draw in the apostrophe, and that's that part of the sentiment done. The next thing to do is to do the happy and the day, which I'm using this happy day stamp. Now I'm going to just use a piece of post-it note to shield off the birthday part of it, so I can just stamp the happy. And oh dear, this is the first mistake I made. It must have been a bit of fluff on the H because I've ended up with a big blob, so I'll show you how I'm going to fix that. And then I'm masking off the birth part of birthday just so that I can get the day, but I've also made a mistake with that and I've got an extra line, so I'll show you how to fix that too. So to do the fixing up, I'm just going to dry it first just to make sure that the ink doesn't spread at all, and then I'm just using my Jelly Roll white pen just to dab little blobs of the ink onto it. I'm not rubbing it too much, and then I'm going to dry that and I go back and do a second layer. I can then rub out the line under my mother part of the sentiment, which I'm carefully doing just between the letters. I now can put the front panel onto my card base, so I've put some double-sided tape, rather a lot of double-sided tape, onto the back of my panel, and I'm going to stick it down onto my card base. And then the final touch, which is also going to help mask my mistake, is I'm using some Nouveau. Now this is the clear one, so it's called Morning Dew. And it goes on and it just looks like little dewdrops. So I'm putting a couple on the flowers, one beside where the day where I made the mistake, just to cover that, and then just a couple around the H of happy, just to try and keep the eye off the H. These will dry totally clear. So that's the card finished. I'll leave you with some still photos, some close-ups of the card. Thank you for joining me today. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Have a great week. Bye for now.